Hey everybody, it's Pedoboss and April Fools. I don't know why, but apparently that's what people do. I have never done anything like a prank on April Fools. Um, Usually, I never see any April Fools pranks because it just. Okay, this is bollocks. I've failed, right? That lava stepping stone one on the last lap. I failed that 3 times in a row. And now I'm gonna fail the fucking rope swing on my first time. This is bollocks. Right. But anyway, so I've got the RuneScape toolbar, which means that on my browser it shows the news articles and the Grand Exchange updates and some other things, but that's all I really use it for. And I saw on there it said P Hat Palooza, and I thought, well, that's a bit interesting, isn't it? So I looked at the date, saw that it was April 1st, and thought, ha ha ha, very funny. And so they said that it'd be like around Varrock. So went to Varrock, had a little look, and I snagged myself one of these bad boys, a P hat. Which, well, there you go. There's a P hat. If you wanted a P hat, there is one. You can't see it because I'm on terrible graphics, but there's actually a very tiny P on top of my head there. So we'll take that off. Another one about like an April Fool's that I saw today was that on the BBC website there's an article where it says that the world exploded, killing everyone. We are all dead. I'm writing this from the afterlife, is what it says, which I think is it's quite funny, to be honest. But like I said, I've never really done anything on April Fools. I don't get it. Like, it's not an actual holiday or important event that it represents, so I don't see no reason to celebrate it. But on to how my account's doing. Major thing is I've got 94 cooking. Told you I could do cooking real fast. Fuck. I hate agility. We'll get onto that in a minute though. 94 cooking, just about. And then 2.7 mils that to 97 for the effigies, and that's where I'll stop. I did a fair amount of hunter. I was doing chins, and then basically I made enough money off chins so that I could do sharks for cooking. And then once I stopped doing that, I had about 200k left to get to 80, and I tried doing orange salamanders, which is about 80k XP an hour. Obviously no profit, but it's a lot faster than chins. I was doing chins on like Portuguese worlds. So if anything happened on screen that I didn't know, or that I didn't know well, I was completely confused. Hate this rope swing. Hate all rope swings. Not looking forward to Barbarian Advanced. Let's see. Runecrafting, all of my random events I put on runecrafting, and random events are basically based on how much XP you get in one go, which is why if you do a lot of skilling in like the Soul Wars bank where you can't get randoms, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a random event as soon as you leave, because the game has registered that you've earned like 2 mil XP without having a random event, so it gives you one. And if you're not in a non-random area, you get one maybe every... well, it's not really fixed, but if you're earning a lot of XP, you're pretty much guaranteed to get it. So the Soul Wars is the best example, and during dungeoneering, if you do a full dungeoneering run without leaving the instanced area of the dungeon, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a random event once you leave. And all the random events that I get I put on runecrafting, and yesterday I got 2 mil cooking XP, and in that I got 4 randoms, but they weren't like evenly spaced out. 3 of them were within 1 hour, so I got what, like about 4k runecrafting XP yesterday for doing nothing. Agility is what I'm doing now, and this is the main non-update part of this video, because like I will talk about the Mauritania task update in a minute. But a lot of people hate runecrafting. Now, me personally, I don't mind runecrafting. I would rather runecraft than do agility. But having said that, I'm clearly in the minority, because if you don't know about this person, there's a person who goes by the internet name of Jebrim, who currently has 2 accounts, Jebrim and Jebrim II, or 2 in Roman numerals, with 200 mil agility XP, right? And then on RuneScape Classic, I think he's got 30 mil agility XP, I'm not sure. And then on Jebrim III, I think he's on over 100 mil agility XP, which clearly shows that some people can stand agility, but I can't. I mean, right here, I'm getting 80k XP an hour with the double XP from the skull boots. I don't know why. I just hate agility. When I was doing cooking and when I was doing hunter, what I usually do is I usually put RuneScape on resizable, put it on one side of the screen, have a YouTube on the other side of the screen, and recently I've been going back and watching old series of TV shows that are available for me to watch on YouTube. And cooking, yes, a fast skill, but it flew by. Like I would spend like an hour doing it, and it wouldn't feel like it was an hour. It'd feel like it was like 15 minutes. And the same with Hunter. Even though Hunter was pretty click intensive, doing both, doing chins and salamanders, it'd still go pretty fast. But this, I'll be agilitying away, I suppose, and then I'll go, right, how long's it been? And it's been like 15 minutes. I just hate the skill. The other option for this effigy block is crafting, which there are ways to make money off it, i.e. gold jewelry like necklaces and bracelets, but they're like 25k XP an hour, which is obviously slower than agility and probably a lot more boring than agility. My friend got 99 crafting off gold necklaces, made about 90 mil off it, but still took him about a month and a half. So yeah, I won't be doing that, but I could do, if I were to do crafting, which I probably won't, because I'd want to do agility. I'd want to get all of the non-buyables done, just because, like, well, I'll finish this point, I'll get onto that point. So, lots of points being said here. Fall down again. Now I lost where I was. Yeah, if I were to do crafting, I could do something like cutting, like emeralds is like 7 GP per XP, which is a little bit steep. That'd be 70 mil to get to 97. Green dragon hide bodies with a sacred clay needle is actually only 3.5 GP per XP, but that's still 35 mil for 97. But I'd rather do agility, because as I was saying, I'd rather get all of the non-buyables done, because a lot of the time you see people and they go like, oh, I've got like 2,000 total skill level, when in fact what they've done is they've got maybe 80s in all of their stats, and then they've just got 99s in all the buyables, which, as much as yes they are skills, the fact that they're buyables mean that the way I think of skilling, I think I just took a print screen, that should be interesting. When I think of skilling, I think of this. I think of agility, I think of mining, I think of runecrafting. I think of these skills, which are like basically a grind, compared to prayer and not runecrafting, prayer and herblore, which are just like, oh, I've got 300 mil lying around, I'll just spend like 2 days getting those done. You know what I mean? So I'd much rather get all of these tough skills out of the way, so that when I get back to like making money and training my other skills, I can then just blitz out these buyables, which are a lot easier. Sorry about that. On to the update this week, this Tuesday, which was like 5 days ago, 6 days ago now, 5 days ago I think, was the Mauritania task set Mauritania is the area to the east of like Varrock. It's the vampire like swamp area, and the task set has in some ways caused a lot of controversy. The main reason being that a trimmed completion escape requirement is to have all familiars available. I think that's how it's worded or something like that. And part of that is to have the Ghast familiar from Temple Trekking, which requires 594 total level in Temple Trekking, which basically means maxing out all of the characters. So what Jagger decided to do was make one of the elite tasks in the Mauritania task set to be able to summon a Ghast familiar, which effectively means completing all tasks is a requirement of the normal completion escape, which now means that to get the normal completion escape, you've already done one of the requirements for the trimmed completion escape. And what a lot of people are saying is that the trimmed completion escape should be the grind, should be the absolute grind fest. I mean, what gets more grindy than 5k Castle Wars games, for example? Getting all those chompy kills and stuff like that. The trimmed comp cape should be, you've literally done everything in this game. And the comp cape should be, you've done enough of the game to earn the comp cape. Even though maxing out Temple Trekking, in reality, isn't that big of a feat. It's less than most 99s, and substantially less than quite a lot of them. But it's understandable how some people are like, well, you're basically making a requirement for the normal comp cape, a requirement for the trimmed comp cape, which obviously causes a lot of complaints. Another problem that people have with it is that one of the tasks is to what's it called, bare hand fish a shark on one of the piers in like some, I don't know, I never go to Mauritania, which is the exact same task, just in a different place, as one of the elite Fremenic tasks, which a lot of people are thinking, did they mean to do that? Because if they did, that's a bit weird, having basically the identical task just in a different zone. But what that does highlight is that there isn't enough content in the area. The area of Mauritania, I personally, the only time I ever go there is Slayer. When I do Slayer, occasionally, I might get a crawling hands task, and I'm not sure. I think there probably are other places where you can do it, but I go to the Slayer Tower to do it in Canifis. Other than that, I never go to Mauritania. A lot of people go there for barrows, but if you compare that to a place like Varrock or Falador or the Lumbridge and Draenor area, or any of the places where task is, Karamja has actually got quite a lot of stuff. I was surprised by that. But anyway, Mauritania doesn't have that much stuff. I mean, a lot of the tasks are similar to other tasks, or a lot of the tasks are do this and then do this, or they're just things that have a high level requirement, and part of it is connected to Mauritania, like making a prayer renewal from scratch inside Mauritania. So you have to have the fellstalk herb planted in Port Phasmatis, and is it fellstalk, and then it's a Morcala mushroom, I think, because there's only one mushroom patch in the entire game, and you've got to make that all from scratch, which is like a 92 farming and 92 herbal requirement, I'm not sure. So that's pretty high, but like, it's really not that. Yeah, sure, if you want to make your own prayer renewals, you're going to have to use Mauritania, because it's the only place that has the mushroom growing spot. But in terms of the fellstalk herb, you can literally grow that anywhere. So, yeah. The rewards, though, are pretty decent. The main one, the main couple that I think are particularly good is you don't have to use a ghost speak amulet anymore. I think that's elite, though. I'm not sure. One of them is that you don't need to use a ghost speak amulet if you want to talk to any ghosts, which is pretty good. I always forget to bring one, but then again, I'm not going to be doing the elite ones anytime soon. Another is that cannonballs are made twice as fast, I believe, in terms of production and XP, and I'm pretty sure they were like 20k XP an hour before. I could be wrong. So now they're like 40k, which still isn't going to be particularly good. I mean, to 99, that's like 400 hours, I think. So that's a good couple of months if you're going to try and do that, but you'd obviously make a fair bit of money from it. Hopefully that should bring the price of cannonballs down. They've been pretty high recently. The other one is that I'm pretty sure this is one, could be completely wrong, is that the Draken's medallion doesn't use charges at all. That might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I remember hearing something like that. Which the Draken's medallion is a reward from the Branches of Darkmere quest, and is really one of the best teleports in the game because it can get you to Mauritania, which is one of the hardest to access parts of the entire of RuneScape because it's in a pretty remote location, and in terms of the teleports that it has available to it, they're not that good. I mean, there's like the Ectophile, Fairy Rings, Charter Boat to Phasmatis, and then you need Draken's Medallion, or you need 500 points, 500 levels in Temple Trekking to get the Bird of Rot teleport and the Games Necklace, so it's pretty useful. The actual armor set from it, because in case you didn't know, every task set has a piece of armor assigned to it, is the legs, the Mauritania legs, which they're equivalent to chaps, like Dragonhide chaps. 4 is red Dragonhide, so that means that 3 is blue, and then green, and then I'm guessing normal leather. And I think you have to be wearing them for the drain effect to be less in barrows, up to a certain point. But other than that, they're not actually that useful. I mean, like stuff like the Varrock chest piece, whatever it's called, is useful for mining. The Falador shield is useful if you need prayer bonus and it's light. The Karamja gloves do double damage on terror dogs, and also the elite versions give you a resurrection from fight caves, not fight kill. No, it's a bit weird. Thanks for falling down there, bro. So the actual anyway, I just clicked the constitution thing. I thought it was gonna load up. Anyway, the actual legs aren't that incredible, but the rewards are pretty good considering how bleak Mauritania is in terms of what it has available to the player. That's about it for this video. The behind the scenes hasn't come out yet, but when it does, I'll probably do a video on it. It probably should come out tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll do a video tomorrow. I'll probably leave it a couple of days. And also, it is the half term here in good old England, and probably the rest of the United Kingdom, which means for the next 2 weeks I don't have to go to school, which is absolutely wonderful. So yeah, I might be able to do more videos, which would be great for you as well. So just to recap, I will be using up my skull boots if I don't kill myself beforehand, and then I really don't know what I'm going to do. Might do a bit more of Hunter. Oh no, misclick. Actually no, I need to start doing fishing. That's what I need to start to do. Using my skull boots, and then whatever level I finish my skull boots on, I'll get fishing too. Be a lot easier if I had flipping mouse keys, but I have considered just buying a USB keyboard and using that, because key rebinders are actually against the terms of use, I believe. But I'm not gonna lie, tried to use them, didn't work. So they didn't work, and obviously on some laptops have a number pad on them, but mine doesn't. And my dropping skills aren't very good. Let's try it now. See, didn't even drop a single one. Anyway, So yes, I'll be doing fishing next. I might try and use up the rest of these squad boots today, but then again, got to render out this video, which has been this is 20 minutes estimatedly, roughly is what I should be saying. No idea why I even went off on that tangent. If anyone's interested, I have made steps towards getting a new computer. I use cyberpower.co.uk to make builds. The reason I do that is because I don't know that much about computers, but Cyberpower, what it does is, it means it's like a custom build website, but it'll only show you parts that are, oh no, talent scout motherfucker. It only shows you parts that are compatible, so I won't end up buying a motherboard and a processor that don't work, if you get what I mean. But what I did was, built a computer on there for, how much was it now? 640. Oh no, gotta take off this sword. And then what I did was I went onto Amazon, just typed in all the parts, and got them all. And this is a tip, if anyone is interested in getting a new computer, knows enough about a computer to be able to build one themselves. If you use a website like I did to build it, go on Amazon. It's a website that I use, I don't really know about other websites you can buy from, and just type in all the prices, and I end up saving £139, bringing the cost of the computer down to about $510, which is pretty good. So all I've got to do now is actually buy the items. I'm gonna fail this horribly. The tension is palpable. Oh no. Oh no. Nice landing. Paddy Boss lands on the floor. No one cares. Spacebar. So yeah, I really want to get this fucking computer, because the sooner I get it, the sooner I can do other shit. Because you might be interested to know that right now my computer has running SwiftKit, so that's just regular RuneScape, DxTory, which is what I used to record, Google Chrome, which in all fairness does have a live stream on it, so I'm guessing that's quite demanding, and then Windows Explorer, the like my documents type shit. And I'm currently rocking 2 frames per second. This computer is genuinely shit. But you know what the best thing is? Killing Floor, which is an actual game, right? If you don't know what Killing Floor is, it's like a zombie survival game. On medium settings on that game, I can get a solid 30 FPS. Yet on RuneScape here, I'm getting 4 now. Doesn't make any sense. This will actually be the end of the video. I realise that I've probably said the end of the video a couple of times now. If you like the video, please do give it a like. If you haven't already, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.